2, 3, 4.
Platform guests, distinguished volunteers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 39th Annual Annapolis County Volunteer Awards and Reception. We appreciate the opportunity to recognise your hard work and commitment during Annapolis County Volunteer Week. As you'll appreciate, because of the current pandemic, we're not able to have the awards ceremony in our usual format, so here we are announcing the awards in a virtual manner. I'm Simon Bonington, and I've been asked to MC this event.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We're here to acknowledge the volunteer commitment that you have made to your organisation and to your community. The County of Annapolis and the towns of Annapolis, Royal and Middleton are pleased to join together to pay tribute to the importance of volunteerism in the county and to say thank you and congratulations for all your dedication and hard work. Volunteer Week has been celebrated in Annapolis County since 1981. During that time, community organizations, agencies, and individuals have made a commitment to recognize the importance of volunteers and to acknowledge their achievements. We are celebrating the contributions made by the 45 people nominated to receive special recognition this evening. We thank you for your dedication, your passion for making such a commitment to your community, true hearts at work. We wish to acknowledge those who nominated a volunteer from their organisation or community. It is your participation and interest that allows us the opportunity to recognise and thank your volunteers. To you, a generous thank you. We would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the support volunteers receive from their partners and families. Your understanding and patience makes it so much easier for the volunteer to dedicate countless hours to their cause of choice. We thank you for your generosity and recognise the important role you play in their volunteerism. But first, I would like to bring a message from our Member of Parliament, Mr. Chris D'Entremont.
Hi everyone. I wanted to thank and congratulate all of this year's Volunteer Award recipients. I know it's been a rough year on all of us, but at least we can get together virtually to honor you. I want to thank your friends and family for sharing you with us. Sometimes it takes a lot of time away from home. Again, on behalf of the 43rd Parliament and on behalf of all of my colleagues, I would like to offer Canada's sincere appreciation for all of the work that you do for us.
And now, here we have a message from our Premier and Annapolis MLA, Stephen McNeil.
Hello everyone. Sorry I can't be with you tonight. It's been my privilege to be your MLA for the last 17 years and your Premier for the last 7. I've watched our community grow and come together in difficult times. You know, we all need a helping hand at some point in our lives, and I'm thankful to live in a province where people are willing to be that helping hand each and every day. This has been a year unlike any we've experienced, but it has demonstrated the strength and resilience of Nova Scotians. Volunteers have proven that they are more important today than they've ever been, and their efforts, no matter how small, can make a big difference. I've never been more proud to be the Premier than in the past several months. I've seen a tremendous spirit in Nova Scotians, one that makes me realize no matter what the future holds, we are up to the task. Today we celebrate our volunteers and thank them for their hard work and dedication to our communities. The future is bright because of your empathy, dedication, and love for one another. Thank you for all that you do. Congratulations, and I'll see you soon at home.
Thank you. I believe that most volunteers would agree that a volunteer is to both give and to receive. The volunteers being recognised this evening all have one thing in common. They have all been recognised and nominated by their organisation as valuable, contributing members. People who choose to volunteer do so for all kinds of reasons. Young people often volunteer to gain valuable work experience. Retirees often volunteer to create structure and meaning and social stimulation in their lives. New community members find volunteering a way to create new social networks. One thing, however, they all share in common is their willingness to selflessly offer their time and energy and talent to improve the lives of others. No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burdens of another. So we thank you all for everything that you do in our community. I would now like to introduce greetings from the towns and municipality. First, we have greetings from His Worship Mayor Sylvester Atkinson, who brings greetings on behalf of the town of Middleton.
On behalf of the citizens, staff, and council of the town of Middleton, I bring greetings on this occasion of the virtual volunteer recognition celebration. We're very grateful for our town's volunteers and would like to recognize this year's winners, Sway Schubels, Joanne Hightower, and Tina Ullman. Tina was also chosen as our Provincial Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Your Worship. And now we have greetings from His Worship Mayor Bill MacDonald, who brings greetings on behalf of the town of Annapolis Royal.
My name is Bill MacDonald, and I'm the mayor of the town of Annapolis Royal, and it's my pleasure and honor to bring you the greetings of town council, the staff of the town of Annapolis Royal, and the citizens of the town of Annapolis Royal to thank you as volunteers for your commitment to your communities. You know, volunteerism is the manifestation of community spirit, and this country and this town and our region and the province are blessed by the contributions of time and energy and more from the volunteers. And so thank you very much for everything that you do, and thank you for continuing to support your communities.
Thank you, Your Worship. And now we have greetings from His Honour Warden Timothy Habinski, who brings greetings on behalf of the municipality of the County of Annapolis.
Hello everyone, I'm Timothy Habinski, the Warden for the municipality of the County of Annapolis. On behalf of our residents, our council, and our staff, I wanted to extend deep appreciation to all the volunteers who make life in our community so much better. Week after week, month after month, and year after year, you work with our young people, you work with our seniors. You work to restore our community halls to full function. You work as firefighters, keeping us safe through the dark hours of the night. Without you, so much of what we value in this county wouldn't even exist. You make life here better, kinder, safer, and more beautiful. For everything that you do, on behalf of all of the municipality, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Warden. The volunteers this evening are going to be recognised during our virtual ceremony, and their full biographies are available to be viewed on the County of Annapolis website, www.annapoliscounty.ca. Firstly, our youth volunteer. Celebrating our youth volunteers is very important. It is vital to encourage the development of our future leaders and ensuring the continuation of community involvement at all levels. Our youth volunteer, nominated this evening by Deborah Ryan, is Hayley Holliday. Hayley is an outstanding youth volunteer who is modest by nature and who has made a huge impact on the community around her for the past 7 years. Hayley truly has a heart of gold and makes a huge effort in making her world a better place for those around her. She has overcome the trauma of being bullied in the younger grades and now has set a path that is truly outstanding. She wishes to spend her life seeing the world, to experience the richness of the world's cultures, and in helping people whenever and wherever she can. We know that she will be truly amazing at whichever path she follows. Our community volunteers. Nominated by the Historical Association of Annapolis Royal, Tammy Andrews Tupper. Tammy started volunteering with the organisation in 2015 when she was a driving force in the use of social media to encourage people to vote for our Annapolis Royal Lighthouse in the This Lighthouse Matters competition. The Historical Association of Annapolis Royal is thrilled to have Tammy on our board of directors because it is individuals like her that will ensure we can serve a role in heritage preservation and presentation for another 100 years. Nominated by the town of Annapolis Royal, Elsa Beattie. Elsa Beattie has lived in Annapolis Royal for many years. She is a caring woman, always open to listen when someone needs her support. Annapolis Royal has such a special place in Elsa's heart, and she so willingly and caringly shares herself in so many capacities. Nominated by the Wilmot Community Centre, Louise Boates. Since 2010, Louise has been a vital part of the Wilmot Community Centre as one of the original directors, and a member of the community since 1974. She can be found at the centre every other Thursday evening, volunteering in the kitchen, organising the snacks and refreshments. Louise is very deserving of this award, as the community of Wilmot has been a huge beneficiary from her tireless volunteer hours. Nominated by the Clementsport Legion, John Bobbert. John is a retired veteran of many decades of service in the Canadian Army. Over a decade ago, he turned his attention to community affairs and joined the Clementsport branch of the Royal Canadian Legion. John has excelled in both the practical and administrative aspects of branch life, demonstrating prowess in many areas. Nominated by King's Theatre Society, Jane Barecki. Jane Barecki lives in Youngs Cove. Her work for local community groups and events over the past 7 years exemplifies her commitment to her Annapolis Valley community. Jane's energy, leadership, and dedication on behalf of her community has earned her the admiration and respect of everyone who has worked with her. Nominated by the Fundy YMCA, Dr. Kenneth Buckles. Dr. Buckles has been a volunteer at the Fundy YMCA since 2012, when he became a volunteer with the Taekwondo program. The Fundy YMCA is appreciative of all the time and effort Ken puts into the YMCA and the greater community. He is a shining example of a true volunteer. Nominated by the Bridgetown and Area Lions Club, Steve Campbell. Steve is a member of the Bridgetown Lions Club, where he is part of the Northwood In Touch team that installs medical alert units for seniors and others who live alone and may need assistance. He is always willing to help in any of the Lions' activities. The time and energy that Steve has displayed has led to the success of many organisations in our area. Nominated by the Annapolis County 4-H Leaders Council, Michael Charlton. Even though Michael is no longer eligible to be a 4-H member, he continues to be a 4-H volunteer. He can be found at the Lawrencetown cattle sales and the last couple of years with the Annapolis Valley exhibition. Michael is someone who would help anybody. Nominated by the Annapolis Royal Volunteer Fire Department, Alex Cranton. Alex has been a Level 1 trained firefighter at the Annapolis Royal Volunteer Fire Department for the last 9 years. He has climbed the ranks to the title of captain and guides all of the members with experience and knowledge both on the fire scene and off. Alex's devotion to his community is well beyond his years. His energy and kind heart represents true selfless volunteerism. As a volunteer, Alex truly represents what makes a selfless volunteer. Nominated by the Centerley Community Hall, Bill Crossman. Bill Crossman has been a stalwart volunteer with the Centerley Community Hall since 2010. He is a wonderful addition to the community and an invaluable member of the Centerley Community Hall team. Nominated by Clementsport Legion, Linda Elrick. Linda Elrick is a consummate volunteer, quiet, in the background, always there when needed, and always looking for additional opportunities to serve. For many years, she has been at virtually every function of the Cornwallis branch. She believes in the purpose of the Legion and is a strong, principled supporter. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley exhibition, Russell Ernst. Russell plays a vital role with the Annapolis Valley exhibition as the second vice president. He is currently in his second term on the board and is a key member of the team, involved in many of the activities taking place on the grounds during our spring to fall season. Nominated by the Cornwallis Park Community Association, Marty Felker. Marty began volunteering when she was 15 years old, accompanying her mum to events at their church. She contributes the community's success to the volunteers, saying, "Our volunteer base is great. People are always willing to help out. They're so generous with their time. It's not hard to find volunteers when you thank them for their contributions and when your philosophy has always been, I worked from day one as part of a team." Nominated by the Anglican parish of Annapolis, Jeannie Fox. Jeannie has lived and worshipped in the parish of St. Luke's, Annapolis Royal, for a great part of her life, both as a child and later in life. She is a caring and concerned volunteer, and we as a parish are blessed to have her working and worshipping with us. Nominated by Clementsport Legion, Brenda Frail. Brenda is a long-time member of the Clementsport branch of the Royal Canadian Legion. She has served in many important capacities and has contributed greatly to the success of the activities conducted by the branch. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Exhibition, Bob Gesner. Bob is a special person in the communities of Bridgetown, Paradise and Lawrencetown, and a fixture of the Annapolis Valley Exhibition for many decades, where he has held many meaningful roles. Nominated by the Bridgetown Triathlon Committee, Nicole Hackenschmidt. Nicole has been a volunteer in Bridgetown for many years. Her time commitment is sometimes so great that her husband asks her not to get involved in anything else. Nicole is a great asset to Bridgetown. The community would not be the same without her. Nominated by the Rosemary Chapter IODE, Mabel Haynes. Mabel was motivated to volunteer at a very young age. She continues to volunteer her time and talents to many different organisations, where she continues to volunteer her experience, time and talents for the benefit of the people and the community of Middleton and area. Nominated by Granville Ferry Community Hall, Gord Hepburn. Gord moved to the community 8 years ago and has been president of the Hall Association for 6 of those years. He has always respected the values of the old building with its proud heritage and a culture of affectionate stewardship. He always enjoys the many contributions of others who work with him and constantly admires what they are able to accomplish. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Historical Society, Joanne Hightower. Joanne moved to Middleton from Ontario and quickly became part of her community. She joined the Annapolis Valley Historical Society 2 years ago and signed up to volunteer at MacDonald Museum, helping out with events and administration. Joanne has given of her time and talents repeatedly, and we wish to honour her many hours of volunteerism. Nominated by the Bridgetown and Area Friends of the Library, Amanda Kuhlbach. Amanda has been a volunteer in the Bridgetown area since junior high school. Whenever asked or when volunteers are needed, Amanda always steps up. She can be counted upon to fulfill her commitment to the best of her ability. She's a true asset to the community. Nominated by the Round Hill Community Hall, Miles Leahy. Since moving to Round Hill in 2016, Miles immediately wove himself into the fabric of our community with his service. He quickly got involved with the Round Hill Community Hall, first as a general member and in the last year as vice chair, but his real title should be on-demand handyman. Everyone he volunteers with appreciates his willingness to help out cheerfully and with full commitment. Nominated by Gregory Hemming, Steve Lewis. Steve is a true advocate for the well-being of the environment. As a member of various committees, he is a community-minded and caring individual who is dedicated to helping make life better for everyone. Nominated by Greg Fitzgerald, Wenda McLaughlin. Wenda has volunteered in many capacities for years: the Margarettsville Fire Hall, board member on the Margarettsville Shore Society, community hall worker, and so many other volunteer capacities it's impossible to list them all. She's truly a pillar of the community. Nominated by the Annapolis West Education Centre, Neville McGarvey. Neville has been volunteering at AWEC's breakfast programme for many years now. Neville's desire is to be a positive role model for many students and providing them with a nutritional meal before starting their day. He is such a selfless individual and very worthy of recognition for his ability to impact our youth on so many levels. Nominated by the Friends of the Annapolis Pool Society, Danny McClare. The Friends of the Annapolis Pool Society would like to thank all of our volunteers who made 2019 so successful, including our grocery packers, brunch servers, murdery mystery actors, kitchen workers, yard sailors, pool scrubbers, and our board of directors. However, we single out Danny McClare for special recognition because without his can-do attitude, enthusiasm, and volunteer spirit, we could not have had such a great year. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Exhibition, Phil and Liz Milo. Phil and Liz Milo moved to Lawrencetown in 1963 and have been involved in community events ever since. This dynamic couple truly represents the meaning of community support and spirit. Nominated by the Crosskill Court Tenants Association, John Montgomery. John has spent more than 50 years providing musical entertainment for the public. The joy he brings to seniors through his music is invaluable. John continues to serve the Valley with his musical contributions. Nominated by the Cornwallis Park Community Association, Pete Nordland. Pete's volunteering began back in the 1970s during the early days of his military career, and he continues to use his skills and abilities to make a huge contribution to our local communities throughout Nova Scotia and across Canada. Nominated by the Tupperville School Museum, Susan Olin. Her first appearance as a volunteer at the Tupperville School Museum was in 2000 when she was elected to the board of directors. She has been serving the museum in both capacities continuously, currently leading the board as chair. She is also active in numerous other organisations locally and internationally. Nominated by the Mountain and Meadows Care Group, Betty Parks. Betty has been a dedicated volunteer at Mountain Lee Lodge for over 5 years. She comes in with a friendly smile and helping hands every week. Whether it be helping our residents with bingo, playing cards, one-to-one visits, or even the odd checkers game, Betty is always happy to help. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Exhibition, Shelley Parsons. Shelley is being recognised for her hard work and dedication to the 4-H programme, the farming community and the Annapolis Valley Exhibition. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Exhibition, Jack Pearl. Jack has been involved with the Annapolis Valley Exhibition since he was a child, helping his father, who was an exhibitor and a director for a time. He is often called upon to help out in several Paradise community organisations where he is always more than willing to do his part and more. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Skating Club, Steve Raftery. Steve was one of 4 individuals who started the Annapolis Valley Speed Skating Club over 8 years ago and is the only remaining founder. Steve also volunteered with the development of the outdoor playground at Bridgetown Regional Community School. These are just 2 of the volunteer initiatives that Steve has been involved in, but he is a great sounding board for many other initiatives happening in Annapolis County and very deserving of this volunteer award. Nominated by the Milford and Area Community Association, Val and Charlie Richards, on behalf of the Milford House staff. Whether it's donating the use of their facility, an overnight stay, or helping out at an event, this couple and the staff of Milford House are always willing to go the extra mile to help others. Nominated by the Bridgetown Area Garden Club and Bridgetown and Area Food Bank, Sue Smith. Since moving here 8 years ago, Sue has made a positive impression on our community by volunteering for a variety of local organisations, including Bridgetown Area Garden Club and the Bridgetown and Area Food Bank. Her unique style, enthusiasm and work ethic are hallmarks of her contributions as a volunteer. Nominated by the Annapolis Valley Exhibition, Kirk Spicer. Kirk has been a dedicated volunteer and supporter of the Annapolis Valley Exhibition for several years. He has been an intricate part developing a part of the grounds to meet the needs of our redneck rodeo for an area to hold events. Kirk and his family consistently demonstrate the importance of giving back to their community and supporting local events. Nominated by Nancy Sherman, Janet Swansburg. Janet's contributions to her community are too numerous to list. She thoroughly enjoys her volunteer participation and is a committed volunteer not only for her church, but for the greater Annapolis Royal community. Nominated by the Annapolis County Recreation Department, Swiss Jubels. Swiss makes a concerted effort to know what is going on in his community and to be aware of the needs in it. He has volunteered in every community he has lived in, including Annapolis County, where he has volunteered numerous hours helping recreation staff create adventurous geocache programs. His time and skills are greatly appreciated and respected. Nominated by Annapolis County Recreation, Peter Whiteley. Peter started volunteering in Annapolis County shortly after moving here in 2013. He has a positive impact on every organisation he belongs to. The community of Bridgetown would not be the same without his efforts, dedication, and hard work. Nominated by Clementsport Legion, Joyce Wilson. Joyce is a Canadian Armed Forces veteran who has been a member of the Clementsport Legion for many decades. She is a person of few words, but also of efficient and sustained action when needed. Her positive influence on branch structure, organisation, and operations cannot be overstressed. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all those volunteers and thanks for their hours and hours of dedication, hard work, and commitment.
Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. And what do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? I sad because you're on your own. No, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I just want someone to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell yet, but I know it's mine. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends.
In keeping with the tradition of local and provincial volunteer recognition, each year a volunteer selection committee is given the difficult task of selecting representative volunteers from our region. It is a long process involving evaluations and calculations. I don't believe anyone would be envious of the task, but I would like to point out that that too is all done by volunteers. So many thanks are extended to the members of the 2020 Volunteer Selection Committee for their time and in appreciation for a job well done. Our thanks to Wendy Sheridan, Martha Roberts, Andy Kerr, and Noah Scanlon. These chosen volunteers were recently honoured during the virtual provincial ceremony on September 28th. Volunteers receiving these awards are recognised as representatives from our town and our county. They not only represent themselves, they represent the dedication and commitment of all volunteers from our communities. And again, I do encourage you to visit the website www.annapoliscounty.ca to be able to see and read each of our recipients' biographies, to see the countless hours and outstanding effort that these individuals have dedicated to their communities. The nominee for the town of Annapolis Royal, nominated by the Annapolis Royal Volunteer Fire Department, is Alan Kress. Alan has dedicated 25 plus years in the youth, community and family, all for the simple accolades of a thank you. Alan feels that these things he offers are about giving back, and at any given time you can find his smiling face greeting you, whether it's shopping at the local grocery store or in the middle of the night heading off to a fire call. Alan is the epitome of what volunteer means. Nominee from the town of Middleton, nominated by the Middleton and Area Soccer Club, Tina Ullman. Tina ensures everyone stays on our toes with posting information on our soccer website, equipment purchasing and organisation, and many other tasks that make a volunteer organisation run smoothly. She is always willing and able to help. For the upcoming year, Tina has stepped it up and will be the new incoming president of Middleton and Area Soccer Club. Nominee for the County of Annapolis, nominated by Deborah Ryan, Nancy Price. Nancy Price has been a volunteer in the Bridgetown area for well over 40 years. She believes if there is something missing in a community, you have to go out and make it happen, and she does. And now, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I would like to give some acknowledgements as we close our evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to give thanks to Noel Lucas and friends for the beautiful music they have provided during tonight's event. To King's Theatre for the lovely venue in which to record this ceremony. To Noah Scanlon, Town of Annapolis Royal, Andy Kerr from the town of Middleton, Deborah Ryan and Nadine Bartow from the County of Annapolis, cooperatively coordinating the Annapolis County Volunteer Awards and Reception. And to Larry Powell from the County of Annapolis, who has expertly prepared this video. We remind everyone that it is never too early to recognise the generosity of volunteers. The year 2021 will sneak up on us quickly. So therefore I challenge you to make next year's Volunteer Week the most successful to date and start nominating those deserving volunteers. Start spreading the word that nominations are accepted all year long and can be submitted anytime. Just contact your local municipal or town office. And again, just to remind you to learn about these wonderful volunteers recognised here this evening, please do go and visit the website www.annapoliscounty.ca to read their bios and see the amazing contributions they have brought and continue to bring to their communities, to your communities. Thank you and good night.